Hello and welcome to this new video on my YouTube channel. My name is Lucas, I'm from Knife Art, and today I'm gonna bring you guys the video a lot of you have been waiting for, the video about the knife making process from Echizen. In last week's video you already saw how Echizen as a city is structured, so today I'm gonna show you what I saw at the blacksmith places and how they're making their knives. I was lucky enough to watch a lot of them, however most of them had kind of a tight schedule, so I wasn't able to film a lot there, but especially Kamo was very welcoming, and I also got some footage from Kato or his employees, and I'll add it up with some other videos I took. For example, those two here you're seeing from Kato and Yukurosaki. Actually, from those blacksmiths, that's the only video I got so far. So I definitely have to come there again. Of course, every blacksmith works a little bit differently, so for today I'm just going to show you a general process of how an Echizen knife is made. The first step is of course selecting the steel. Most of the Echizen makers work with pre-laminated steel. That means they get their steel from a factory with one cutting edge, which is usually made from a carbon steel such as aogami or shirogami, or from a stainless steel such as VG10 or SG2. On the sides, they mostly got a stainless soft steel just to protect the cutting edge. Sometimes the steels can even be Damascus, so that's where you get the nice pattern from after etching, which is the finishing process. Once the steel is selected, the next step is of course the forging. I was lucky enough to watch Kamo-san here, so thanks a lot for showing me. And what you see here is how he forges the Tang. For that, at first he takes a steel blank that is cut into the right length and forges a small gap just with a normal hammer, and then he moves to the air hammer or the mechanical hammer, where he does most of the work. At first he just forges out the Tang to make it nice and flat and long so it fits into the handle later, and then he forges the other side of the blank, which will be the blade later. One more interesting thing about Echizen I learned is how much they perfected their process. So what you're seeing here, for example, is an employee of Kato-san forging 2 knives at a time. This doesn't affect the quality, but it's just a little bit faster in order to keep the production cost low and keep the knife affordable for you guys. Once the blanks are forged, they are cut into shape. Usually this is done by a press cut in Echizen. Some makers also use a belt grinder to just grind the knife into shape. I wasn't able to film this process because the machines weren't running at the time I was there, and I also wasn't able to film the hardening process, although this might be one of the most important steps of making a knife. For that, the knife is first heated up and then cooled down pretty quickly by putting it into oil or water. And after that it will be tempered, which means it's heated up again, at least a little bit, in order to just get rid of all the tensions that are inside the knife. This will lead to the desired hardness and will make the knife ready for grinding. Sometimes the blade might warp during hardening, and therefore before grinding the next step is to straighten the blade, which is just done by eye and with a hammer. After that, the next step is sharpening, which is maybe the most important step for an Echizen knife, because they are very famous for their thin blades that enable a great cutting experience and just a great overall feeling of sharpness. What you're seeing here is Hatono-san treating the sharpening wheel with a small axe or hatchet in order to create small scratches or gaps. This is actually only done in Echizen, at least that's what I was told, and it's done in order to just improve the quality of the sharpening and give it a better grip or overall quality. While sharpening, they just move down a lot of different sharpening wheels with different grids in order to sharpen fast at the beginning and become very fine at the end of the sharpening process. Some blacksmiths also seem to use belt grinders for that, however I didn't see them at action, so I'm not sure how exactly this works. What I'm sure about is that they either use belt grinders or smaller sharpening wheels in order to round the edges. This is also a very important step because it makes the knife feel comfortable in your hands. After sharpening, it's time for finishing the knife, and of course depending on the knife line and the blacksmith there are a lot of different options. For example, you could just keep the migaki finish, so the knife coming directly off the stones. Another option would be sandblasting, which creates kind of a milky surface on the knife, and another option would be polishing, which creates a shiny mirroring surface. That's basically everything that's needed to make a knife. The only thing you might wonder about now is the knife handle, and I have to tell you there are actually two options. The first option is the European handle, which is for example done by Saji-san, and here they're actually done in the factory from Saji-san himself. I was able to see that, so I'm going to show you a small video of the handle polishing here. And the other option is the Japanese WA handle, which is mostly done by different companies and only put on the knife either by the knife maker, by the wholesaler, or by the shop himself. One of the companies doing those handles is Yamaken, and I'm gonna visit them in the next video, so you can look forward to that. Actually, I'm also thinking about offering my own rehandling service in my online store, so in case that's something you'd be interested in, please let me know in the comments. Well, and with that, we reached the end of this video already. I hope you learned a lot about the knife making process from Echizen. It might have looked a little bit easy, but actually it's pretty hard to master all the steps. I tried some by myself and I just failed. Still, if you got any questions, just let me know in the comments and I'm happy to answer them. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and to my email list that is linked in the video description below in order to not miss any videos. And if you like this video, please give it a like. Other than that, I wish you a knife day and I'm gonna catch you in the next one.